Welcome to B&B Spoiler Zone. Fire your #1 place for all the juicy spoilers, shocking twists, and behind-the-scenes buzz from the bold and the beautiful. If you don't want to miss what's coming next in episode, you're in the right place. Is Rebecca Budig leaving B&B? Taylor Hayes exit rumors toast up. A scuttlebutt that's shaking Los Angeles. Bold moves. Broken hearts. Hidden gashes. The bold and the beautiful no way lacks for drama, and right now, one of its biggest stars, Rebecca Budig, who plays Taylor Hayes, is at the center of swirling rumors. Is she really leaving? Suckers, spoiler spots, social media vestments, everyone is asking, will Taylor Hayes fly down from Los Angeles for good? The pressure is real. Every regard between her and Ridge, every battle with Brooke, every painful memory from her once, these all feel like they might be paving the way to a dramatic exit. In this composition, we'll dig into everything: what the spoilers are saying, what stories allude at departure, what suckers believe, what the actress has said, and what all this could mean for the future of B&B. Does Taylor's emotional state back up the departure proposition? For rumors like this to hold water in a cleaner world, there needs to be emotional energy. Let's look at what Taylor has gone through recently. Taylor has a history. Her love triangle with Ridge and Brooke has been a recreating theme for decades. Every time there's a fracture, she's been deeply hurt. Heartbreak is part of her character's DNA. Health enterprises impend in the scuttlebutt circles. Some spoiler spots say Taylor may suffer physically or emotionally as a result of the stress of seeing Ridge back with Brooke. The idea of broken heart pattern is mentioned in relation to her commodity that in cleaner tradition is both dramatic and plausibly serious. Taylor has veritably little in the way of stability in her current relationship with Ridge, however, as some spoilers suggest, that his heart still belongs to Brooke if he is admitted. Given that, the emotional bow seems like it could lead to exit if the Pens want to shoot Taylor off on a trip either for mending, tone discovery, or to physically part her from the heartbreak, what Budig has said or not said. Rumors are one thing, what the actress says or stays silent about can add color or lead to further enterprise. In interviews, Budig has conceded the challenge of stepping into an iconic part like Taylor Hayes, firstly played by Hunter Tylo, also Krista Allen most lately. She said it was really hard and that there would always be some suckers pious to previous descriptions. She also seems invested in exploring Taylor's emotional trip. There are no verified statements from Budig that she's leaving, at least not intimately. No farewell or exit advertisement in any major outlet, People, EW, CBS, etc., so far. Spoiler news spots are representing Taylor's plot direction, agonized, betrayed, as possible provocation for departure, but again, that's scuttlebutt/enterprise. They haven't quoted Budig or the show's directors attesting an exit. So right now, Budig is playing up Taylor's anguish, but no sanctioned evidence exists that she's exiting. What could departure look like? Possible scripts. Still, how might it be? Then are many implicit exit scripts, grounded on cleaner pieces, conventions, and what's been teased so far. If Taylor, Rebecca Budig, is leaving. Taylor leaves to heal emotionally. She could decide she can't stay in city and substantiation Ridge and Brooke together. To cover her heart, she may choose to travel, maybe to Europe, her old safe place, or where she has connections. This gives Pens space to bring her back laterally. Health scare exit. Taylor has a long history of trauma and once health stories. A plot twist where she experiences a health extremity, broken heart pattern, collapse, or some physical incarnation of the emotional pain, forcing her to leave the show temporarily, for treatment, rest, or a fresh launch, is a strong possibility. Family pulls her down. Maybe Steffi, her son, or another family member needs her help nearly differently, taking Taylor to accompany them. This could be tied into giving Jacqueline McInnes Wood, Steffi, a plot that explains absence, e.g., motherliness leave or particular time. Some spoilers formerly allude Steffi's absence might need such a ground. Endless departure. Worst case script, for suckers who love Taylor, would be Taylor leaving city for good, or indeed being written off in a dramatic way, another character's treason, trouble, or peril that drives her down. But this is the loftiest threat option for the show, since Taylor is one of its expert pillars, the opposition, reasons why Taylor might stay. Rumors are compelling, but numerous signs point to why Taylor's exit is uncertain, or may not be at all. Despite the heartache, Taylor remains central. Her relations with Ridge, Brooke, Thomas, and others keep her deeply woven into major stories. Removing her would leave a vacuum in the emotional balance of the show. The show has lately leaned into Taylor's perspectives, her emotional pain, moral center, and her history of redemption and conflict. That suggests pens are investing in her, not phasing her out. Rebecca Budig has jumped into the part fairly lately, as of August 2024, so a quick exit might feel abrupt unless prefigured well. There's the possibility that Taylor's heartache is only a turning point, not an exit. In detergents, agony frequently leads to metamorphosis, not disappearance, fan responses and social media buzz. What people are saying can give suggestions. On cleaner forums and social media, suckers are divided. Some are devastated at the idea of Taylor leaving, others suppose Taylor deserves peace and an exit that gives her quality. Some people are censuring how Taylor's character has been handled since Budig took over, saying her stories are too focused on Ridge/Brooke drama and lack independent agency. That leads some suckers to believe an exit might be better than staying in a plot they find repetitious. Enterprise vestments frequently gravitate toward enterprise that Brooke and Ridge's reunion is imminent, and that this will spark Taylor's decision. Liability, how likely is it that Rebecca Budig leaves? Putting together all the pieces. Moderate to high possibility that Taylor Hayes as a character will leave city, temporarily or permanently, because the narrative is virtually set up for departure. Ridge emotionally drifting back to Brooke, Taylor's heartache, etc. But less likely that Rebecca Budig is verified to exit the show permanently imminently. Nothing functionary has been blazoned, current reports are academic. So, at this moment, it's further scuttlebutt than fact, but juicy scuttlebutt. Enough vestments are pulled that it's commodity to watch closely. What will be the impact if she leaves? Suckers don't just wonder if Taylor will leave, they wonder what it means if she does. For Ridge and Brooke, more romantic pressure, further power struggles, conceivably dramatic competitions. Ridge's choices will come under indeed further scrutiny. For Thomas, Forrester Taylor is Thomas's mama. Her departure could leave him vulnerable emotionally, conceivably driving darker liar for him. He might try to fight to keep her in LA. For Steffi, Taylor and Steffi have a close bond. However, Steffi's plot could be impacted. Either she will stay before or go with her, which could produce ripple goods and numerous connections if Taylor leaves, especially temporarily. For the show's tone, losing Taylor, if endless, is a big shift. She's one of the heritage characters, with strong connections to the Forrester-Logan family dynamics. Her leaving could shift the emotional anchors of the show. What to watch for, suggestions that will confirm or deny the exit. Still, then are plot points and behind-the-scenes signs to watch. If you want to know whether Rebecca Budig is really leaving. Occurrences where Taylor expresses overt desire to escape, get down, or clear her mind, discourses about leaving city. Scenes where Ridge admits futurity that he belongs with Brooke and cannot keep Taylor in limbo. Taylor's health plot creeping in. Citations of croakers. Medical enterprises nearly glaring. For Steffi, plot developments that allow her absence, gestation, trip, need to watch for someone, which could be a ground for Taylor's exit. Contract news, interviews with Budig or directors intimating at change. Public statements from Budig about wanting to try new systems. Promotional material, campers, CBS promos, that show Taylor quilting, leaving, or scenes set in other metropolises. Final enterprise, the utmost dramatic exit possible. Let's imagine the utmost cleaner pieces good exit for Taylor that the show might deliver. Taylor, deeply hurt by Ridge's concession that his heart still leans toward Brooke, has wakefulness, breakdowns, and heart pulsation fears. Scenes show her quilting. She has an emotional battle with Thomas, who begs her to stay, for his sake. But Brooke re-enters the picture. Ridge makes a public decision, marriage offer, romantic moment, with Brooke, and Taylor watches from the sidelines. The heartache overwhelms her. She boards an aeroplane. Perhaps she takes Steffi or another family member for company. Perhaps the real emotional scene is her saying farewell to Los Angeles in gashes. And also, behind the scenes, Budig takes time off, if it's a real exit. Alternately, the show might choose to keep her around. Her leaving could be a dread, part of a ruse, or only temporary so that when Ridge's work with Brooke fails, as it frequently does, Taylor might return with moral or emotional growth. What's next for Taylor Hayes? Will she leave Los Angeles or will Thomas change everything? Taylor's heart in shambles. When it comes to the bold and the beautiful, no character has endured more heartbreak than Dr. Taylor Hayes. For decades, Taylor has fought tooth and nail for love, family, and peace of mind, yet fate continues to drag her back into the same ruinous triangle. Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan. Now, with Ridge formerly again inching near to Brooke, Taylor finds herself crushed beneath the weight of another failed love. Everyone in Los Angeles can see it. Taylor is simply too fragile to stick around and watch history reprise itself. Spoilers allude at a shocking development. Taylor may decide to leave LA entirely, boarding the coming flight out of LAX to heal her fractured heart. But is this really the end of her chapter in Ridge's saga? Or could her son Thomas Forrester step in and rewrite the story with his own dangerous docket against Brooke? Let's dig into what could be coming for Taylor Hayes, why suckers are bothered she'll leave, and how Thomas's fidelity could turn this heartache into the most explosive showdown of the year. Taylor's fragile state, history repeats. Taylor has faced heartache before, but this time feels different. Why Taylor can't stay? Decades of heartbreak. Taylor has watched Ridge blend between her and Brooke numerous times. But now, as spoilers suggest, Ridge's heart may formerly again belong to Brooke, leaving Taylor devastated. Emotional fragility after everything she's endured, losing times to exile, family backstabbings, and Ridge's constant vacillation, Taylor doesn't have the emotional armor she formerly did. The pain of watching suckers know Taylor isn't the type to sit back quietly. However, it won't just hurt, it will destroy her, if Ridge and Brooke reunite in front of her eyes. This is why whispers of Taylor fleeing Los Angeles feel so credible. She simply cannot handle one further round of public demotion and private heartache. The exit rumors, taking the next flight out of LAX. Spoilers tease that Taylor could be gone sooner than suckers suppose. Why LAX could be Taylor's escape route. Classic cleaner exit. Leaving city after heartache is virtually a ritual of passage for B&B characters. For Taylor, it's the easiest way to escape the suffocating pain of Ridge and Brooke's reunion. Tone preservation. For the first time in times, Taylor may put herself first. Rather than fighting, she could choose peace. Temporary versus endless. Suckers presume whether this is a short break, giving the character room to return laterally, or an endless departure. Without evidence, the query energies indeed more enterprise. But as simple as fleeing may sound, Taylor's exit won't be easy. Because there's one person who might stop her from boarding that aeroplane. Thomas Forrester. Thomas Forrester, the son who won't let his mother suffer. Still, it's Thomas, if there's one person who despises Brooke Logan as much as Taylor does. His disdain for Brooke is fabulous, and it has only grown stronger as Ridge drifts back into her arms. Why Thomas won't let Taylor leave. Defensive instincts. Thomas has a complicated history, but his love for his mama is irrefutable. Watching her flee in demotion may push him to axes. Abomination of Brooke. Thomas has no way hidden his misprision for Brooke. However, he may decide Brooke is the one who needs to go, not Taylor, if she's the reason his mama is in pain. Dangerous tendencies. Suckers know Thomas isn't hysterical of crossing moral lines. Could he turn to manipulation, schemes, or worse to drive Brooke out of Los Angeles? The battle lines, Taylor versus Brooke by proxy. Taylor may be too fragile to fight, but that doesn't mean Brooke is safe. A war fought through Thomas. Still, Thomas could take her pain as his particular charge if Taylor leaves. Brooke might find herself targeted in ways she no way anticipated, from particular sabotage to professional schemes at Forrester Creations. The triangle of Ridge Brooke Taylor could shift into a makeshift war, with Thomas carrying the arsonist for his mama. What this means for Ridge. Ridge may suppose he's simply choosing Brooke again, but the fallout could be devastating. However, Ridge will be forced to choose not between suckers but between his son and the woman he claims to love, if Thomas declares war on Brooke. Taylor's possible destinations, where could she go? Still, suckers are assuming on where she might land, if Taylor really does leave Los Angeles. Europe, Taylor has ties overseas, and Europe has frequently been her escape. Steffi's side, if Steffi leaves or needs support, Taylor could follow her son. Solo healing trip, maybe Taylor eventually decides to vanish nearly unknown, fastening on herself for formerly rather of family drama. Wherever she goes, one thing is certain: her departure would leave a void that changes B&B ever. Addict propositions, will Taylor really leave? Cleaner suckers are buzzing with propositions. Yes, she leaves. Numerous believe Taylor is written into a corner. Watching Ridge and Brooke reunite is too cruel, her only option is escape. No, she stays and fights. Some argue Taylor has further fire left. Maybe she'll fight back, reclaiming her quality and refusing to give Brooke the upper hand. Thomas intervenes. The most popular proposition is that Taylor will prepare to leave, but Thomas will unleash a plan so twisted that it drags his mama right back into the limelight. Why Taylor's coming move matters. Taylor's choices aren't just about her, it will reshape the show. Still, Thomas goes mischief, and the Logan Forrester feud reignites. If she leaves, Brooke gains Ridge uncontested. Still, as Taylor eventually snaps and refuses to let Brooke cheapen her again, if she stays, anticipate fireworks. Still, with Thomas getting the new central villain, fighting not just for his career but for his mama's honor, if Thomas acts, the plot could shift into darker home. Rebecca Budig's Taylor, a new chapter or sudden exit? Rebecca Budig's interpretation of Taylor is still fairly new, but formerly she's captured the vulnerability and emotional depth suckers anticipate. Still, this could be Budig's first major plot climax on B&B, if she leaves. Still, Budig's Taylor might evolve into a stronger, darker interpretation of the character, if she stays. Either way, her presence, or absence, will dramatically shape the show's future. The ripple goods across Los Angeles. Taylor's heartache doesn't be in a vacuum, it will ripple through every corner of B&B. Brooke will either feel victorious or alarmed, depending on whether Thomas retaliates. Ridge will formerly again be painted as the indecisive man who destroys lives with his choices. Steffi may be forced to take sides. Will she cover her mama, or stay in Los Angeles to battle Brooke herself? Thomas could eventually cement himself as an important player, or doom himself with another reckless scheme. Final Enterprise, what's next for Taylor? So, what's coming for Taylor Hayes? Spoilers suggest she's on the point of leaving. Her heartache is too important, her strength too depleted. But with Thomas watching nearly, nothing is set in gravestone. He may be the one to change her fate, to drag Brooke into a war that shifts the entire power balance of Los Angeles. One thing is certain: Taylor's future isn't just about love. Presently it's about survival. And whether she leaves or stays, the fallout will shake the bold and the beautiful to its veritably core. A woman at the crossroads. Taylor Hayes is standing at a crossroads. One path leads her down from Los Angeles, chasing peace on the coming flight out of LAX. The other path keeps her in city, fighting against the woman who has visited her for decades. But no matter what Taylor decides, her son Thomas looms in the background, ready, willing, and maybe indeed eager to ensure that Brooke Logan pays the price for every gash his mama has exfoliate.